Okay, so welcome back to Teach, Train, Tell. We're over here at the table. As you can see, I've printed off 5 copies because I need 5 copies of this for the cups. I have my paper cutter here. You can also see that I have my cups. Now there's different brands and styles that you can buy. If it's for small children, I typically buy the ones that have like the little flip lid with the straw inside of it. These are for kids going into 6th grade, so I got them something a little different. The cups, and you can look on Amazon and just search through the different types of cups they have and what meets your need. The one I decided to go with, it is double insulated, so it should keep everything nice and cold. It does have the sippy cup, and it also came with, let me get this, came with straws. Now some of them you can buy. They come with a metal straw and a little brush to clean them out with, but I don't really need all of that for what I'm using these for. So let me go ahead and turn my cup press on. You see it's on. Okay. It'll probably take a couple minutes here to heat up, so I'm going to heat mine up to 120. You can see the counter right here is heating up. Once it heats up, then we'll be able to proceed with actually putting this image on the cup. Now, you can watch some YouTube tutorials. If you have greasy hands or if something is on here, they will advise you, to wipe the cup down to make sure that it's clean and it's without any kind of debris or any kind of grease. I typically take and either wash my hands or use hand sanitizer to make sure I have no oils or anything on my hand. So while we're waiting for this to heat up, I'm going to put my cup over here and I'm going to take this picture. Let me set this off to the side. So I'm going to take the picture and I'm going to put it in this paper cutter. I'm going to try to line it up. You guys know I am probably not the best at getting things lined up. I do like the paper cutter, but this works as well. It's just trying to make sure I get everything lined up. And sometimes there's a little bit of a glare. And I have a hard time seeing on that glare. But I'm going to use this, like I said, use this time. My paper cutter also comes with some challenges, so we're going to cut all the white off. Let me push this over. I'm just trying to line it up here by where it's going to cut. And you can line up as well. You see where the paper top is, so that looks good to me. Let's line up. I might move it just a little bit. You don't want it to be crooked. We want it to be straight, and just to make sure that it is lined up. See, I don't want that was slanted a little bit, so I'm going to clamp that down. I'm going to go with this. Cut that out. Maybe missed a little bit of the white. Same here. I'm going to try to get that lined up. So to line it up, you see that's up too far if you look over here. So let's line that up. All right, that looks pretty good. Let's move that just a little bit. So I like my paper cutter, but I thought I would use this. I don't use this very often. So let's use this and see how this works today. Same thing. I'm going to line it up. This is a little easier to line because you can actually see where you want the paper to stop. So where you want it to cut. Let's put this down and let's cut the white off. All right, looks pretty good. So I'm going to put this off to the side. Now, as this is continuing to heat, continuing to heat up, let me go ahead, put this over my trash. I have several projects today, so I think things are probably a little disorganized and maybe even a little messy. Now, I'm going to put this about midway. A little bit. Some of them I create it enough picture to where there isn't a seam or a gap. Some of them I do not. So let me go ahead and tape. I have heat tape here. You can also get that from Amazon. Just looking. Okay. So I think I told you the wrong temperature earlier. I do let mine heat up to 351, and I usually let it cure for 120 seconds, and then I turn it. So let's go ahead and put there, and then I let it cure for another 120 seconds. So I'm putting this on here now. See, I have butcher paper. Butcher paper helps keep the cup from scorching when it's in there and it's in the heat. So put this down. That one, I pre-cut these. I think one's probably just not quite. I don't want to wrap this up too many times, so let me put this here. You just wrap it up once. I did this the first time I made one of these. I did not do this, and it turned out a yellowish tint. So you don't want it to scorch. This extra paper will help protect it from scorching. Put it down just a little bit. The only thing you're worried about scorching is the actual paper. You see there's a gap. When I was doing this for a different project, I was in a little bit of a hurry, and I ripped the paper instead of cutting it. I'll cut this down just a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to protect this here. I don't want that to scorch. I'll put a little bit of extra paper around there. Sometimes hurrying isn't always a good thing. I don't want it crinkled, so let's try another piece. All right. So now you see this is ready. I'm going to push all this all over to the side. I'm going to pull this forward a little bit. I'm going to put this in. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to go ahead and close this. And I'm going to start my timer. You see the timer is going to go. When I'm sitting here, I'm going to get my gloves. Now, depending on what unit model you buy, I have 3 different ones. I have a Cricut, which is good for coffee mugs. I find it a little challenging when you're doing tumblers. I have this one that is specifically for cups. And then I have another unit that is, I believe it's a 7-in-1. So it came with multiple, it came with a unit like this and multiple presses for different types of cups. It came with a hat press. It came with a little press that you can do plates. And it also came with like a t-shirt press, which is kind of nice. So we're just going to sit here and we're going to wait. Once this goes off, you'll hear the timer. We got about 59 seconds left. What I'll do is I'll open up the cup press, and then I will put it back in, and I will let it cure. I call it cure. I'll let it cure for another 120 seconds. There's also a way to do these in an oven. I have never actually tried doing that, but you can also do it in an oven. You'd have to watch a YouTube tutorial on how to do that. I've even seen where you can get, like, they almost look like a toaster oven that you can actually do the cups in. It leaves a kind of a weird smell too. It's kind of a, I don't know, it's not a very pleasant smell when you do these cups. Usually makes my upstairs smell pretty bad. So, okay, it's getting ready. All right, I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to put my hand in there and I'm going to rotate the cup. And we're going to do it again. So I'm going to clamp it down. And reset the timer. Here we go. We have another 120 seconds. Now, the reason I'm doing this is the kids, I have 5 kids in my class, are getting ready to graduate and go to 6th grade. I just wanted to give them a little something. We'll have a little party for them, and just wanted to give them something to take with them and to remember their time spent in 4th, 5th grade Sunday school class. I think some of these papers I'm gonna have to recut, but I guess while I'm waiting on this to go, I was saying I could go ahead and cut some more papers, but as soon as I start getting things aligned, it will be time. It'll be time for it to be done. I don't know why, but for some reason, me and cutting straight lines has never been a really good experience. It's down a little bit further. Like I said, I do have a large paper cutter that I do use frequently, but see, I got a little bit, just a little bit extra on there that I didn't want. So I may use my larger paper cutter to do the rest of these. Said I saw this here and it's like, I haven't used this in a long time. I guess maybe that's why. Okay, we are almost done. Let me get my glove on. Okay, so we're done. Let me open it up. Now this is very, very hot. I'm going to take it out. You see the steam coming off of it. I'm just going to lay it here. You can also put a towel down. This table is used strictly for this crafting events. I don't use it for anything else. So you could always put this down. Now you can let it cool if you'd like. But I think I'm going to go ahead and see, I got my little Cricut stuff over here. I think I'm going to go ahead and open this so we can see what it looks like. I do use this to kind of pull the tape up. So this is hot. So I think what I'll do is I'll hold it here. I've seen different, like I said, I've seen different videos. I've seen videos where they let it cool. So I have never let mine cool. I always open it up just to see what it looks like. This little Cricut gadget that I use, and I don't know what the name is, sorry. But you can get them as a set at Hobby Lobby. But it comes in really handy. This is to be used to loosen products up from the adhesive boards when you use the Cricut. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, now let's unveil it and see if it's what we had hoped. Ah, awesome. There you can see we have our verse that I put on it. So you see the Proverbs verse. Let me move this back a little bit, and I'm going to leave it on because I have 4 more to make. So you see there's the Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. The picture of the kids. Welcome to 6th grade, 2026. And we do have a wordless book. The only bad thing about that is that white font is really kind of hard to see on the cup. I may correct that. One of the reasons we did this, and this is not even, so I may have to make an adjustment on that. But that is our video for today. I'm going to make the rest of them and may make a modification to the one I just did. And we will see you the next time on Teach, Train, Tell. If you enjoyed this segment, please like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you the next time we meet.